Imagine this. A powerful union boss steps into a suburban Detroit parking lot for a routine meeting and vanishes forever. No body, no crime scene, just endless theories tied to the Mafia's shadowy grip. But what if his own ambitions sealed his fate? Stick around as we unravel the chilling disappearance of Jimmy Hoffa, a case that's baffled investigators for over 50 years. By the end, you'll know the key suspects, the wild claims, and why this cold case still haunts America today. Welcome back to the True Crime Report Cold Cases, where we dive into America's most perplexing unsolved mysteries. If you're new here, hit subscribe and turn on notifications to never miss a story. Today we're tackling the enigma of Jimmy Hoffa. How did a man who built one of the nation's biggest unions allegedly entangle himself with organized crime, only to disappear without a trace? At the heart of it all is a burning question. Was Hoffa the victim of a mafia hit, or is there more to this enduring puzzle? Let's start from the beginning. James Riddle Hoffa was born on February 14, 1913, in Brazil, Indiana, to a working-class family. His father, of German descent, died from lung disease when Jimmy was just 7, forcing the family to relocate to Detroit in 1924. Hoffa left school at 14 to take manual labor jobs, supporting his mother and siblings. By his late teens, Hoffa was already a union activist. Working at a grocery chain with poor wages and conditions, he helped organize strikes and rose quickly in the ranks. In 1932, at age 19, he joined Local 299 of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters (IBT) in Detroit, recruiting members aggressively, even waking sleeping truck drivers on the roadside to pitch union benefits. Under Hoffa's leadership, the Teamsters grew explosively. From 75,000 members in 1933, it ballooned to over 1 million by 1951, thanks to tactics like quickie strikes and boycotts. By 1952, Hoffa was national vice president, and in 1957 he became president amid controversy. He secured the landmark 1964 National Master Freight Agreement, unifying truckers' rates nationwide and making the IBT America's largest union, peaking at 2.3 million members. But this success came with shadows. From early in his career, Hoffa was alleged to have connections with organized crime, particularly in Detroit. Investigators claimed these ties helped expand the union but also invited corruption. For instance, the Teamsters pension fund was reportedly used improperly, leading to fraud allegations. In 1957, Hoffa faced scrutiny from the McClellan Committee, a Senate probe into union corruption. He was arrested for attempting to bribe an aide but was acquitted. More charges followed. In 1964, he was convicted in 2 separate trials of jury tampering in Tennessee 8 years, and conspiracy plus mail/wire fraud in Chicago 5 years. Hoffa began his 13-year sentence in 1967 at Lewisburg Federal Penitentiary. While imprisoned, Hoffa resigned as president in 1971, with Frank Fitzsimmons taking over. But in a controversial move, President Richard Nixon commuted Hoffa's sentence on December 23, 1971, releasing him early with a catch. He was barred from union activities until 1980. Hoffa claimed he never agreed to this restriction and sued to overturn it, but lost in court. Now the heart of the mystery. On July 30, 1975, Hoffa, then 62, left his Lake Orion home for a supposed peace meeting at the Machus Red Fox restaurant in Bloomfield Township, Michigan. He was scheduled to meet Anthony Giacalone and Anthony Provenzano, men long linked by investigators to organized crime, amid growing tensions over Hoffa's attempt to reclaim influence within the Teamsters. Provenzano, a Genovese crime family capo regime, had reportedly threatened Hoffa earlier. Hoffa arrived around 2 p.m. but no one showed. He called his wife Josephine around 2:15 to 2:30 p.m., frustrated at being stood up. Promising to be home by 4 p.m. Witnesses saw him pacing the lot, chatting briefly with fans. Then between 2:45 to 2:50 p.m. he vanished. Investigators believe Hoffa may have willingly entered a maroon Mercury connected to known associates, but no eyewitness ever confirmed who was inside the vehicle. The next day his family reported him missing. The FBI's investigation, dubbed Hoffex, detected Hoffa's scent in O'Brien's car using police dogs, and a single hair strand later matched Hoffa through DNA testing in 2001, though investigators acknowledged it could have come from prior contact. Giacalone and Provenzano had alibis. No body was found despite searches, including a 1975 tip leading to a failed dig in Waterford Township, and more recent ones like under the Pulaski Skyway in New Jersey, 2022 nothing found, and a Milwaukee ballpark site, 2023 claim by cold case investigators Unproven. As of 2026, the FBI states the case remains open. Some former investigators believe Hoffa's body was likely cremated to permanently eliminate evidence, though this has never been proven. Theories abound, but all remain unproven. The prevailing view among investigators: Hoffa was likely murdered in a Mafia hit to prevent his union comeback, threatening mob control over pension funds. A 1976 internal FBI Hoffex Memo named figures such as Salvatore Briguglio and Thomas Andretta as persons of interest, while other mob bosses, including Russell Bufalino, were suspected of authorizing the hit. None were ever charged. In a shocking claim from Frank Sheeran's 2004 book, Basis for The Irishman, he confessed to shooting Hoffa, though experts like Slate's Bill Tonelli and Harvard's Jack Goldsmith dispute its credibility. Other wild tales include Hoffa being buried under Giants Stadium, a claim debunked in 2010, or a more recent highly disputed theory from crime historian Scott Bernstein suggesting Hoffa's body was destroyed in a Detroit mob-connected facility. No physical evidence has ever supported these claims. Even deathbed confessions like landfill worker claims leading to a 2021 FBI survey, nothing found, add layers, but no charges have ever been filed. The truth? It died with the suspects, many now deceased. Hoffa's legacy endures. A union giant who empowered workers, yet allegedly entangled in crime. Declared legally dead on July 30, 1982, his disappearance sparked endless debate and cultural fascination. While we'll likely never know the full story, it exposes the dark intersection of labor, power, and the underworld. Hoffa's disappearance isn't just a cold case. It's a window into the dangerous crossroads of power, loyalty, and betrayal that defined mid-20th century America. A man who rose from the streets to control millions of workers, only to vanish in broad daylight, leaving behind a legacy of unanswered questions that still divide historians, investigators, and true crime fans today. What do you think really happened to Jimmy Hoffa? Was it a calculated Mafia hit to protect their grip on the Teamsters pension funds? An accidental escalation gone wrong? Or is there still a secret buried somewhere in Detroit that no one has uncovered? Drop your theories, your favorite suspect, or even the wildest conspiracy you've heard in the comments below. If this mystery gripped you as much as it did me, smash that like button to help the video reach more people. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our next deep dive into America's darkest unsolved cases. And share this with your fellow true crime enthusiasts who live for these chilling stories. For even more gripping American mysteries, from wrongful convictions to infamous serial killers, check out my full playlist linked right here in the description and pinned in the comments. Thanks so much for watching the True Crime Report Cold Cases. Stay curious, stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one.